There are obviously differences in matter, and the characteristics that help us to tell one kind of matter from another are called properties. We can categorize the properties. There are physical properties and there are chemical properties. A physical property is one that a substance can display without changing its composition or what it is. So the characteristic odor of gasoline. When you observe the smell of gasoline, you don't change the structure of the gasoline. Taste, color, appearance, melting point, density, things like this are physical properties. You can measure the temperature of something without destroying the substance. A chemical property is one that is only displayed when the substance changes its composition. Chemical properties are related to chemical reactions. So gasoline is flammable. That is a property of gasoline. Water is not flammable. That's a property of water. To demonstrate that gasoline is flammable, you burn the gasoline and it's not gasoline anymore. That's a chemical property. Corrosiveness, acidity, toxicity, these sorts of things are all chemical properties. Iron rusts when it's exposed to air and water. To demonstrate that property of the iron, you destroy the iron. You change it into something else. When you demonstrate a physical property, you do not destroy the substance. So the composition of the substance doesn't change when we display physical properties. So water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, and here we have an illustration of a pot of water boiling. The liquid in here are these little water molecules. They remind me of Mickey Mouse, right? Here's the red face and the white ears. So we have all these Mickey Mouse heads here. When the water boils, it goes from the liquid state to the gas state, and the molecules separate from each other, but the individual particles are still the same. It's still water, it has just changed its state. That's a physical property. Iron, mentioned this one earlier. Here we have an iron nail. In this iron nail, you just have iron atoms arranged in this nice crystalline structure. When it rusts, it combines with oxygen, these little red atoms, to form iron oxide. The structure, the substance of the iron is changed. This is a chemical property. Okay, determine whether each of these is a physical or a chemical property. The explosiveness of hydrogen gas. Chemical or physical? Chemical. If you explode hydrogen gas, it's not hydrogen gas anymore. The bronze color of copper. That's physical. You can observe that without changing the copper. How about the shiny appearance of silver? Physical. How about the ability of dry ice to sublime, which means it goes directly from a solid to a vapor without melting? That's physical. So anytime it's talking about a state change, going from solid to liquid, gas to liquid, anything like that, that's just changing how the particles are interacting with each other. It's not changing the particles themselves. That's a physical property. When the particles are being changed is when you have a chemical property.